Mm.
What's going on, you fuck-ass thugs?
Good day to you, Turbo Strokers.
G'day.
How's everyone doing, boys?
Doing okay. Ate shit the other day. Busted on my nose a
How
little bit on
so?
my leg. Yeah,
Ooh.
you know, oh yeah, this
How
is
so?
Strokecast
How so?
16, by the way. Very good intro. We all hyped up the intro, and then we just
Yes, we're
decided nobody said a thing.
we were pumped, full of enthusiasm, and we completely blew it. That's
Yeah.
all right.
We're
though.
still learning how to count. We were thinking about it a little bit too much.
Yeah, I got lost in numbers. I had to remember them and
You know, today
remember how they went.
Today I had a real fucking dyslexia moment I'd rather not talk about. Somehow added two extra words to a sentence that weren't even there. I'm not even dyslexic as far as I'm aware. It's just my mouth runs faster than my brain.
Oh yeah, it
I
happens
have
to
the
me
same issue.
all the time.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. But yeah, going back to the me eating shit. You guys live in populated towns, borderline cities. You've probably seen those fucking fuck ass electric scooters everywhere. Voy.
I have.
Yes.
They're not a big thing here, but I've seen them around.
Yeah.
They're not a big thing anymore.
Mm.
They're not a big thing
Yeah.
anymore. They used to be massive in Dallas. Where I'm at.
But yeah, so I decided that since I was working 6 days in a week, thank you work. I'm glad my boss is like working me to death, you know. 9-hour days.
I hope you
6
get
days in a
overtime.
row.
I hope you get overtime.
I mean, I did get paid for the overtimes. If I didn't, I would have left a very lovely worded letter to both my managers. But yeah, basically for that week, I decided, I'll get the 7-day pass to give it a go. And I've had pretty, it's definitely a very risky ride, but it did trim my travel to work from like 20 minutes on foot to barely 8 on the scooter. So, wasn't that bad. And then on the 7th day, on the 7-day pass, I was gonna go for a little joyride, get one of these things to get me to and from the chore-to-chore location, pick up a few odds and ends at the store. As soon as I got on the thing, this is the first time this happened, I lost control, got, launched off the thing, and on the pavement, just did a little on the pavement. Thankfully, my big-ass coat and trousers took most of the hit, and nothing is broken, but my nose was bleeding. Like, you can barely see the... Because they're fairly small cuts, but it was dripping blood. And there was this very fine chav champ who saw this and saw me limping back home with blood pouring down my nose all over my clothes and everything, and couldn't help but just start laughing. On one hand, I get it, but on the other, mate, you're a bit of a prick for not even asking if I'm alright. You know?
Just laughed and went on his day.
I nearly said the game word. This is why I don't drink Jaeger bombs. Oops, that would have been bad.
The British are a very unserious people.
Yeah.
British are very unserious.
So yeah, that's how I ate shit and it's been limping for a few days. Yeah, what about you guys? Weeks?
It's been a lot of the usual, a lot of the rape of life, school grind, work grind, life grind.
And now we're on the stroke grind.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. The grind don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. They say.
I'm surprised that we got 2 episodes. Like back, we're slowly getting back into the consistent ritual of meeting up once a week.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, it's for me, it's all my shit's packed. Tomorrow is the big rapey moving day. I'm sure there's pictures in the UN of it, but yeah, my couch is downstairs. It's flipped on its side. All the furniture that me and Haley ordered. It's all down there, all my boxes of all my slop. Yeah, this is why I'm a big proponent of keeping the boxes of shit I buy, because my PC all back in the same box and everything. My PS5 Pro that I have, I was worried that the disk drive that I put on it wouldn't fit in the same box, but it actually did perfectly. So that was cool.
Right on.
Oh yeah, no.
So
I
yeah.
agree. I still got
So yeah, all the.
So still under my bed, my single bed, I still have all the boxes. Some of it still has stuff in them from back when we moved into this house, 2026, like 8 years ago.
Praise. Praise.
Yeah, I am also notoriously bad about that, especially since.
Oh, your mic.
Yeah, I'm a big
Jeremy,
believer
your
in
mic,
keeping
your
the
mic's gone
boxes
very
of shit.
quiet.
Fucking. Okay, what about now?
No, it's still dead quiet.
Jesus Christ, dude, I can never win. How about now?
Nope,
Test,
still
test.
bad.
Now
I don't know what you knocked.
Test. All right.
Oh my god.
All right.
It's super bassy now.
Jesus Christ, dude, I can't win. Okay, test.
No. Down a bit more.
Fuck it. Test.
Two, down.
Test. Hello.
Okay,
Test.
there we go.
All right. Well, like I was going to say, is that from moving around my whole life, basically from age 8 to 25, I've developed the habit of just not even bothering to unpack most of my things unless it's absolutely necessary, because when you move somewhere with the expectation that you're going to have to move in a couple of years because the government wants you to, you don't. I've just kind of let go of the habit of bothering, just because it's like, well, gonna have to undo everything that I just did. But now that that's over, now that I'm free from the mercy of the government, I have to be better about that.
Yeah. For me, it is just a case of not being bothered to do it because it's a hassle.
It is.
I don't know. Maybe somewhere in the back of my head, there's something a bit more to it. It's like, because I know we don't own the place, we rent. There could come a day, just like in the last house we were at. Oh, sorry, last two houses where the rent goes up again, and we go, well, we're gonna have to move. So it just
Fucking
speeds up
sucks.
the process. I'll probably have to empty out some of the boxes. Like, keep the boxes down there, one less creepy crawly space for the bug man to be in. But just empty out the boxes, so at least they're empty and ready. Yeah.
Ready to
I'm
fucking
very black-pilled when
bounce.
it comes to these things.
Oh, I completely understand. Yeah, I'm not far off from you there. It's easy to be disillusioned.
Speaking of black pilling, so on the last episode, which as of today, which is the 29th of March, we mentioned Cyberpunk briefly, and I want to talk about it again because I think I was able to narrow down my views why I, even even on my first playthrough and after 4, just to double check why the game feels boring. And I'm gonna repeat some things just in a more formatted and more easier to understand way. The moment-to-moment gameplay, the shooting, the walking, the traveling, the moment-to-moment stuff feels good. It feels good, and it's it is probably one of the better ones I played. However, I think my pros of the stories, main story, side stories, and the lack of the world isn't dynamic enough. There are no consequences to what you do, which on one hand can be a good thing, but on the other, I'd say in an RPG game, especially since they were advertising as it's a living city. Everything's you don't know what's gonna happen around the corner.
I never believe any game developer whenever they use that in their advertisement. That's actually usually when I check out. That's when I'm like, all right, I'm not buying this one.
So, an example of that. What's it? So, in Cyberpunk, at least in the video game universe, you know, there's a lot of gangs. And I'll say each
Yes.
gang has a unique theme to it, and they all look cool. There's just one problem.
Absolutely.
You can kill indiscriminately any member of the gang, like on site, you know, random drive-bys and shit. Still do jobs for them, and they'll be like, "Oh, you're our best man, you're our best pal," and then they'll still
After you
shoot you on sight
slaughter all of
randomly
them.
on the streets, not because of, you know, gang reputation, but because, oh, you took one step too close to a closed-off area. There's none of that. Wait, you're not supposed. Hold on, you're not supposed to be here. Wait, oh, that's V. You know, he's all right. Let him in. He can look around. Similar of the cops.
Yeah, it feels very Israeli.
Yeah.
Feels very Israeli.
Similar of the
They're-
cops,
yeah.
which my usual go-to, since, you know, quite seasoned, 4 runs under my belt, one of which I was fucking walking everywhere, you know, saving the trees.
I've also done that.
Yeah. My usual go-to in the early games, do as much of the police bounties as possible, because they're everywhere, and I don't know, call me a soy cuck, but I prefer working with law enforcement in a lot of settings than the bandits, unless the bandits have a lot of cool character to them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way I'm wired. I'm a good ant. I'm a good ant in the ant colony.
You try to be a good boy in these
Yeah,
games.
I'm trying to be a good boy. And no matter how many jobs you do for the police, no matter how many times the dispatcher or whoever says, "Oh, dude, you really helped us out there," even let's say the cops get into a firefight and you want to help the cops will turn on you. And I've had multiple
They will.
times where the guys that were the gang members that were shooting, that were in the shootout with, they would all stop fighting just to shoot at me. And I don't like that. That's stupid. So it's that, and for the main plot, which I've seen people use the same argument online, is there are no fail states, realistically. For the
No,
game.
no.
So the big one I've seen is the I think Konpeki Plaza at the end of the prologue, where you and Jackie go up to, you know, do the the big heist to gain the big leagues. You can go to the reception, you know. You chat to the reception. It's like, "Oh, you're here to meet so and so. Let me give him a call to let you know to let him know that you guys are here." You know, you got someone on the earpiece going, "Oh, no good. Don't stall her." It doesn't matter which backstory you pick or anything like that. You know, no matter what you do, she's not gonna make that call. Whether it's because you distract her, or you know, oh, the person on your earpiece intercepted the call. So, and then she chews you out a little bit, which feels empty because she dies not even 10 minutes later.
Yeah. The introductory characters you interact with pretty much have no real weight in the game moving forward from that one instance.
Yeah, the only one that could have worked was Jackie, but the problem is, just like with all the intro characters, we just don't spend enough time with them.
We don't.
Yeah,
And I
so
do agree with that.
Yeah,
That
so
is
they
a
do.
pretty
So they do weirdly do
big
this
issue.
Life is Strange thing. But right, so you know, who here played Life is Strange?
I played the first season.
Yeah, that's
Whenever
the
it
only
came
one
out,
I'm
whenever
talking
I was, like,
about, because
14,
the
15.
others I don't care.
Yep.
Oh, I think all the games are dog shit, but the first one is the only one that says a suitable video game. So, in Life is
Yes.
Strange Season 1, the blue-headed lady, I think her name's Chloe.
Yes.
No matter how much of an asshole she is, the game is trying to push you to like her. She's like, "Oh, but she's your best friend. She's your girlfriend. She's so cool." They do the similar thing with Jackie, but, you know, at least Jackie is a likable dude, unlike Chloe, if you ask me.
Yeah, Jackie is cool.
We're Jackie gang here.
Yeah.
Jackie gang here.
So yeah,
full send for Jackie, but
they
they do kill him
they
off
did him dirty.
way too soon. Yeah, absolutely, they did. It's a great shame.
But yeah, so that's my consensus. I think the world is good. The world building is nice, but it ultimately feels like a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 game disguising itself in 10 out of 10 graphics and sound design.
Yeah, it's like
I like the combat in it a lot. Like I really love the combat system that
That's what I
has
mean.
going on. It feels
it's
very.
it's the moment-to-moment stuff that's good, but the overall world feels dead and empty. I've had more dynamic experiences in games like Morrowind or Slavjank games like Ride to Hell Boiling Point, which actually did a faction system, which is kind of cool, you know? Similar story, you play a mercenary, but instead of, oh, I'm dying of Keanu Reeves' cancer. Oh, another thing. Fucking Johnny Silverhand steals V's story. Like, Johnny Silverhand is a cool character, but I don't like how he just takes over the plot and it becomes solely revolved around him instead of you, the protagonist, V, you know, going through the whole thing of, oh, I have an expiry date that is a lot shorter than most people, you know?
I push back on that just because I love Keanu Reeves, and the more Keanu I have, the better. So I was okay. I haven't finished the game. I put about 30, 40 hours on both saves that I've opened, one on my PS5 and then on my PC. I still need to finish it, but I didn't have an issue with it because I like Keanu, and I think he's cool.
Yeah, I like Keanu.
But I understand.
But
it's a pure bias. It's a pure bias.
Yeah. It's just that there's a difference between like something like Oblivion, where you were never an important character in the story. You're just there to help out the actual, you know, the prince or fucking the prince. Yeah. So yeah, in Oblivion, like
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah,
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, in Oblivion, you were never the main. You were never like super important to the plot, other than just, you know, a very handy guy to have around. But in Cyberpunk's case, they do put V in the spotlight first, and then as soon as they introduce Keanu Reeves, I feel like the devs just nodded their undies like, oh my god, we got Hold on, wait, that's not Polish enough. Oh my god, we got Keanu Reeves? We need every scene, Keanu Reeves. Who the fuck is Foul? Foul? V? Foul? No, Keanu Reeves. Johnny's Silverhand. Tak.
Best guy.
Best guy.
Best guy around.
Top guy. Silverhand top guy. Rebel cello path? No. Yeah. So that's my cyberpunk problems of cyberpunk. It's a good-looking game, good-sounding game, moment-to-moment gameplay, combat and stuff is good. Just the overall role-playing is very limited, and the world feels very empty, dead, static.
It is more of an open world action game than it is an open world RPG.
Yeah.
It is.
Definitely.
The way it progresses is more like Far Cry 3 to an extent, because Far Cry 3 has a skill tree, but you know, and you can do side shit in Far Cry 3, but at the end of the day, it's a fucking action game.
Yeah, though I guess with Far Cry 3 story, there is no point in Far Cry 3 where, I don't know, fucking, what's one of the side characters' name? Shit, what's the fucking lady's name? They're like, you need to become strong warrior.
Fuck.
You know who I'm talking about, though.
That's the thing. Yeah, I do.
She doesn't take the spotlight away from Jason. It is always Jason's story and Jason's, you know, arc.
It is. Which, upon replaying that game a few years ago, I got the platinum on it on the PS4, the classic edition. I did the whole thing, and I was like, man, this story kind of fucking sucks. The moment to moment in the world and like the gameplay loop really carries this fucking game. I don't give a to me, because as a kid, like playing it, I got for Christmas whenever I was like 12, 2012, around the time it came out, and I was like, damn, this story is cool as fuck. And then looking back, and I'm like, oh, I understand why I thought it was cool as fuck. This game was written for a fucking 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was written for a fucking 12-year-old. Like, really?
No matter how many 3 to 5 hour long, you know, this Far Cry 3 have the deepest, darkest story video essays there are. The game is ultimately written for 12-year-olds. That got the game for
Far
Christmas.
Cry 4. Yeah, Far Cry 4 has an infinitely better fucking story.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
It is aged so much better. Pagan Min. Pagan Min might be a better antagonist than, as iconic as Voss is,
I
and as important as
fully
Voss
agree
is.
with that.
I think, yeah, as I say, I think I like Pagan Min a lot more.
Yeah.
But also, it's Troy Baker. That dude's
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know people complain that Troy Baker's in every game, but he's good.
Troy Baker and Steam Blue make the fucking Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z fusion
Yeah.
duo of early
Yeah.
to mid 2000 games. Like
Yeah,
we need
yeah, like fucking dude.
we need a good voice actor that knows how to do
Yeah.
one specific thing, and that is just their voice.
Yeah, and like, dude, like even a case in point, Troy Baker is fucking Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
He's probably the best person to play the character besides fucking Harrison Ford.
Though unlike Harrison
sounds
Ford,
just
he's
like-
not bitter about literally everything he's done in life.
I think Harrison Ford is just sarcastic. I don't
Maybe,
know if
I
it's
don't know.
bitterness.
I think he does
He's-
play into it a bit,
Yeah.
especially about the
Yeah.
Star Wars stuff. And in his defense, I also kind of get it because Star Wars, you know, as many highlights and great things there are about Star Wars as a whole, you know, regardless of the debate or politics over it, they have one of the worst fan bases of all time.
Oh, yeah.
It
Absolutely.
you will
It's
never.
really bad.
The-
It is a legion of bitches and moaners
Yep.
to the highest
And
caliber.
soy
It's-
jackers to rival Marvel and DC.
Yeah, they were some of the first to ever do it.
Yeah.
Some of the first
You
soy
ever heard of the term
jacks.
glub shitto audience?
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
from Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be a Star Wars fan, though I wasn't that annoying about it. I just liked the Clone Wars. I thought the clones were cool.
Yeah, Clone Wars is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
but
You know, I like Pagan Min
Yeah,
as
anyways.
a villain a lot more as well.
Yeah.
He's got more layers, and the fact that there's this like familial bond between you, the player character, you know, Ajay,
Mhm.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Pagan Min, it's nice. And unlike, you know, people saying, "Oh, Voss is this deep, you know, complex character," he's not deep and complex in the original Far Cry 3. At least in my opinion, not that much. He's sticking to
No.
a shtick and doing that. It's just later, in retrospect, they added more layers to him. But yeah, no, Pagan Min,
just-
like, my favorite little tidbit is he never directly threatens RJ. Like, he never straight up says, "I am going to kill you and shit on your carcass." You know, he never does that. He's always relatively
Voss is
friendly.
like Voss is just like threatening your friends and like threatening to rape you and shit all the time, and you're like, oh my god, this like he's just a coked out fucking Hispanic dude. That's really his character comes down to. He's a coked out cartel member. That's all Voss is. And another thing that makes Far Cry 4 better, it has co-op in it.
Yeah, even though you
It
can't really do
just has
story
co-op.
stuff
You-
in the co-op.
You,
it's
but
still-
you can do all the outposts and shit. You
Yeah.
can do all the outposts, which is
the moment
perfect.
once again, the moment-to-moment gameplay. You can do the best part of the game with a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that, Cyberpunk.
No.
I probably need to buy 4 on PC. I need to give that another playthrough. It's been over 10 years. It's been 12 years. So
I think the only Far Cry game I ever really gave any time to was Far Cry 5. We were
Oh
in
god, Far
Montana
Cry
with
5 is
the-
another one of my cyberpunk moments. I beat though this time it's only 3 times total. Once, first time I played it, I beat the whole thing with my friend in the span of like 2 weeks. Had a decent blast, even though I think the game is a bit of a wet fart in a lot of areas. And
that's
very
where
easy
that's
to
where it
play.
fell off for me.
Yeah.
That's where it began to fall off.
And second playthrough, and I shit you not, I just did out of boredom, like, oh, I'll just boot the game up, play for a few hours, and then I decided to turn it into like a mini challenge run of like, how quickly can I just beat the main story without doing any of like the side missions and whatnot? And literally in one day, one extended seating of like 8 to 9 hours, I just ran through the entire main story. By just doing, you know,
God,
outposts,
yeah.
blowing up random vehicles.
5 kind of is a nothing burger game
Yeah,
from my
and I think from
experience.
5 onwards, the franchise just dead. I'm sorry, the moment you added fucking health bars to enemies and level gates, nah.
Hunter convinced me to buy 6 whenever I got my PS5, and he was like, "No, it's good," because it looked a lot like the aesthetic and everything looked very Far Cry 3 to me. So I'm like, "Oh, okay." I saw him doing an outpost. I'm like, "Oh, it looks fun." Then I played it, and I'm like, "God, I don't give a shit about this story." It's and this is another case of every fucking Ubisoft game is the fucking same now, because it has the same thing going on that Ghost Recon Breakpoint does, where after like the intro piece, you go to like a forward operating base and you do everything out of a fucking hub.
I have a fun little game to play with you guys when it comes to Ubisoft or Ubislop and their laziness and everything. How many games do not, emphasis on do not, revolve around you being the main character protagonist helping a quirky militia or rebel force overrule a tyrannical dictator or bad guy group? From like the cutoff point's 2010. From 2010 to today, how many games do not revolve around that?
Not many.
I mean, I guess future. Are you talking about you all like the Ubisoft games?
No, so
or just in general.
2010 is the earliest cutoff point. So Future Soldier, I can make an exception for that because, by technicality
Blacklist.
of special forces, you're still going to U.S. installations for briefings, rearms, etc. But like
Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Yeah, but like Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4, 5, 6, New Dawn, Borderline Division 2, I'd say, Watch Dogs 1, 2, and Legion.
What about Assassin's Creed Unity? How do you feel about that one?
I mean, you do help out the
It's
French Revolution.
The French Revolution. It is the French Revolution.
I'd say it counts. That counts. Black Flag. You're quirky. You're seeing the pattern. It's a lot of the same thing, just different coats of paint. It's like fucking gun skins back in the day.
They don't have any ideas anymore. It's kind of fucking crazy.
If somebody told me that from past like 2018, 2019, they like had an AI algorithm generate stories for them, I would not be surprised.
Oh, absolutely.
Certainly not.
Absolutely.
God, I wonder.
Oh, what about the Rayman games? Rayman Legends.
That one does not count to the quirky revolution thing. I'll say.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, like you can count the amount of games that are like that on one hand, maybe two hands of a very sloppy butcher.
Yeah, fucking. Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything else. I'm trying to think of now. I can't.
Yeah, no, it's an
You're proving my point further.
Yeah, it's fucking.
You open up the map and like all the UI fucking bloat is already there with all the shit you can do.
Yeah.
Like you don't see. I'm fine with it marking things, but I think like a game that I think did it really well is the Horizon Forbidden West. Like you have to actually go out and explore for these side activities that open up. Yeah. You have to go out and actually, it's a tower. There's a tower system. It's the tall necks. You have to mark the tall necks to get visibility on entire areas through the map. Like you have to explore. I know Ghost of Tsushima works the same way. Like you have to like go out and explore to find stuff. It doesn't, it just doesn't drop you in and tells you where everything is. That's my only fucking complaint with the Spider-Man games too. It does that. It drops you in and everything is marked.
Yeah. I'll say.
So like the first.
Oh, sorry. I'll let you finish. Sorry.
Yeah. The first thing I did whenever I played through the original Spider-Man, the 2018 one, was I did all of the backpacks. I got all the backpacks, and it took me fucking 20 minutes because it was all marked.
Yeah. I was gonna say another Ubisoft game, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I don't like Breakpoint, despite
Dog shit.
Yes,
Dog shit.
Here's the thing. I'll say the animation work on an individual level. Slipping downhill. Your character loses footing on steep hills, stuff like that. I like the animation work and whatnot.
Cool.
But it's a very similar thing to what you said. I opened up the map as soon as I finished the prologue. Everything is marked. Everything, and I got lost. This is the first game that I played that I actually got lost in the UI, like fully lost. I was like, "What? What?"
It's such a downgrade from Wildlands to me because not even the gunfights, like the moment to moment gunfights and shit are fun. They're actually just genuinely fucking infuriating because the drones.
Yeah.
Even like the classic version without all like the health bars and like the armor leveling,
which is the way
shit.
I played it because I refused to play with health bars, leveled gear and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. If it was like The Division, I was fine with it. Destiny, I was fine with it. But in the case of Breakpoint, it felt like it was all thrown together.
It doesn't feel like it was designed with it in mind. It was just another thing to tack on because we have to now. We're known as the RPG game company. We need to do this. We need to do that. It wasn't.
We need to give people a reason to come back and keep playing this shit because we realize the game isn't actually that fucking fun. Yeah, I tried it on so many occasions.
Yeah, I honestly, man, I forced myself through breakpoints because I wanted to give it a genuine try on the realism mode or the tactical mode. I'm telling you this, I played the base game, all of the DLCs, and even the Rainbow Six Siege crossover. I felt the exact same way as I did for Cyberpunk and any other, game like that. It just felt empty, dead. I didn't. Although actually it was worse than Cyberpunk because I think I'd come back to Cyberpunk before Breakpoint. I was playing. I'm like, is this it? Like I beat the final level of the final DLC. The pinpoint conclusion of the story. I just felt empty. You do the DLC with Sam Fisher. You think it's gonna be cool? No. Saying Sam is here. He said 3 lines. I got to Soyjak, I guess. And then it's time for me to do another copy-paste mission.
Do you ever see those like clips on like Instagram Reels or like TikTok of like dudes like posting the aura farming like cool clips of like no UI on Breakpoint?
Oh, those are cringy as hell.
Yeah, they're cringy. Like they look cool. It makes the game look so much cooler because it feels like shit to actually play it.
Yeah,
it makes it look so smooth and like intuitive and everything, but it's not at all.
No,
it feels worse than Wildlands, and is worse than Wildlands in every conceivable possible fucking way.
Yeah.
God.
At least in Wildlands.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. At least in Wildlands. Even though it's a lot of the, by that point, the Ubisoft had, was sticking to their formula, which I'm sick and tired of the formula. At least Wildlands had me invested a little bit, thanks to the briefings on the cartel, so I could get invested a bit more. I feel like a special forces guy being sent undercover, even though, because I'm a military chud, I dress me and my guys in all tactical gear, just not in a fully realistic sense.
It had... Yeah, not like all the different biomes were fucking awesome. Even though the map is fucking massive in Wildlands. It didn't feel exploring and like doing stuff never felt bloated or like boring to me.
I think the best way to put it is, in Breakpoint, the map is bigger, but a lot of it's covered with empty space because it's an archipelago, so a lot of it's the ocean, and the different zones in Breakpoint felt samey. Because it's all the same continent, In Wildlands, even though it's more video gamey with different sectors, each sector has a set difficulty, which you could feel in the game a lot more than, Breakpoint. And also each set area, or every, had its own slight different, look to it. Like, up, I believe in north eastern side of the map, you had thick jungles. In the south far western side, you got like salt lakes and deserts.
Yeah, the salt flats and shit.
Like it's the bit of variety here and there. You know, you had your mountain peaks, you had your wetlands, and it was cool. I like it. It gave variety.
It's genuinely the game of like, if you see it, you can fucking go to it.
Yeah.
And that was enough for me. Like, me and my friends in high school, whenever that game came out, what we would do is we would bring all of our shit to, like, we would act like we would treat it like a LAN, but we would all bring our PS4s and our TVs to like the house, and like that's how we would like do that shit. And like every weekend for like several months, we would just come over and do that. And a lot of that was just bullshitting around the world.
Yeah.
Like, we were doing all the side stuff, but like, yeah, we would fucking get together at the house. We'd order a shit ton of Little Caesars. We'd fucking just, and like literally, we'd just stay up for like 10 hours straight.
I'll
doing
say
that
this
for
in,
like
in
several months.
in Wildlands, going back to Cyberpunk real quick, we mentioned the whole like getting fully in character and basically like LARPing as if you're actually in the world, or you're immersing yourself.
Yeah, we did that shit too.
In Wildlands, I did it constantly. I mean, for crying out loud, for each new zone that had a drastic change in terrain, I paused my game, went to the customization screen, and switched up the way me and my, AI companions look to fit more the area. Like, if it's a winter climate, of course, we, high up highlands, we make our gear closer to, winter camo, a bit more, heftier clothes. Yeah. And that's how, you get invested, Yeah. It's the little things like that.
We would all, that's what we would do too. Anytime we went to a new biome, we would all change ours, but we were, it was all four of us, so like we had to be individually, but like we would just match up all the camos, but just make it all of our own. You guys
had like a bro code, like, right, we all have to look, let's say it's the fucking salt plains, we all look in a desert, the theme is deserts and heat, you'd give each other themes.
So no, it felt very, for what it was and for what it is, it was a very immersive fucking game, from everything I remember. You could genuinely immerse yourself in that shit. That's one that one that we all gotta get on eventually.
The last playable Ghost Recon, if you ask me.
Yeah, the last. Yeah, it's one of the last few good Ubisoft games.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the last ones I'd actually recommend, despite some of its setbacks.
Yeah, like the squad command shit kind of isn't that good in it. They dialed back on that a lot. It doesn't really have an actual cover system. It doesn't really have one in Wildlands. Yeah. Like, you don't stick to it.
Honestly, I don't mind that, because if you ask me, in a lot of cover games, at least the ones done like Gears of War, Spec Ops: The Line, it is usually better to just crouch a little bit further away from the cover, because you're popping out, a lot faster.
I think they perfected it with fucking Future Soldier, though. Like, Future Soldier feels so fluid, and like that, and the Division, the original Division. I've been playing through that too. The original
Division, considering I did play recently, and unfortunately I had to stop my playthrough because, just like with most Ubisoft games, the game just started crashing randomly. So.
I haven't had any of those issues yet.
Oh, I know. For Division 1, I verified game files, did a clean reinstall the game at just a certain point, just started crashing on launch. Like, I'd get to the main menu and character selection, but as soon as I pressed continue on my character, it just hard crashed the game. Like, just back to desktop.
Cringe.
Yeah, making myself another Jaeger bomb. Let's let Jeremy chat a little bit. He's been kind of the conversational cunt this episode.
That's okay. Everyone,
you're gonna turn your shit up, though.
Yeah, no, your mic is dead quiet.
Hello. Test, hello. How am I?
Still can't hear you.
Alright. How about now? What's the...
Very, very quiet.
Alright.
Very quiet and staticky.
I'm gonna test... Every time I have to do this. Give me a sec.
It's really the technical difficulties episode. All right. While Jeremy tweaks his thing, ooh, oh, I'll bring back my favorite animated creator of all time because it's an old pet peeve I had.
Shit.
She does a thing that I have a pet peeve with when it comes to just any media in general and showing off people that aren't American or English. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna call this of how to not write a non-English character. Oh, Jeremy, try say something.
Hello, how does this
There,
sound?
we can hear you again. Nice.
Perfect. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I'll quickly finish up my little segment. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. Let's say you want to make a Hispanic character, right? How would you do it? Let's get the group
As culturally insensitive as possible. That character would have a sombrero, and every other word would be Spanish. Like they would say, like in their dialogue, they would say everything perfect English, but then they would repeat it in Spanish, like we are a family, familia. You know, just to really get the point across. Like it.
Holy shit.
You know, that's kind of how she does it. Like you have there's a lot of Hispanic representation because of course she's like, I don't know, fucking 1/15 Hispanic or whatnot.
Of course.
Some shit.
Yeah,
Mi gente Latino.
Yeah, she's a Latina. It's like Latinx because it's, you know, she's one of those. They have to say Spanish words constantly. Like, you know, let's say a character stubs his toe, they won't just go, "Oh fuck, stop! Ah shit, I stubbed my toe, dude! Ah, it fucking hurts." No,
They
like,
go, "Ay, caramba."
"Chingala pendejo," and just start cursing in Spanish or just saying every. I just think it's lazy.
It's because the audience is stupid and we have to treat them as such. That's usually how it goes.
It's a show. The consensus I've gathered, because ever since I gave y'all permission, I think all of the recommendations comes across for all of us. If y'all are watching, so I've been getting a lot of Has Been Hotel like critique videos and shit, and the general consensus I've been getting is it's an adult show made for fucking middle schoolers.
It's made for man children, underdeveloped.
Yeah,
man
like it's
children.
made for it's written like the way it's written is for middle schoolers. Like it's not like it's a show written for middle schoolers that says fuck and has sex jokes and has rape jokes in it.
For you, Shane, since you've never suffered through, which now that you say it, I think we should make a little Strokecast special where we sit all down.
We react.
We just watch one episode. There's nothing else. We just show you one episode and see what you think.
I was planning on sitting my white ass down watching one anyways, just to see, just so I could be completely unbiased. But I'm down to have it on record,
content, brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, the best way I can put it is, you know, when you were in like early high school, middle school-ish, and you saw a clip of South Park, and you were like, "Ooh, that I shouldn't be watching that." That
has cuss words.
That has cuss words and nudity. It feels like that, but it's a shit version of that.
The left. Yeah, it looks like an old, like the animation kind of looks like an old, like late 90s, early 2000s, like Cartoon Network show, which sounds like a compliment, but that's like kind of the vibe
it'd be a compliment if the animation was consistently
the content was
like
good.
That, and the
Yes.
As I've said before, the concept for the show is good. It's just the person that is in charge of it, the people that work on it, are fucking retarded, and I hate them, all of them.
I do know that I do like Brandon Rogers, and I know he's a part of that show.
He is very funny, yeah, but
I disagree. I found
you
him
don't like
funny
Brandon Rogers?
I found him funny in high school, when I was like 15, 16. But as time went on, I just don't find him funny anymore. He seems like the annoying. Fuck. How should I put this? I'll put in the way from my personal life experience in college of one of the people in my classrooms. The totally not gay guy who's got all the like traits of a gay guy. You know, he's got the little voice and and stuff
That's
like
good.
that.
Yeah.
But he's trying to show, but he's cool. He's offensive by swearing and doing the same toilet humor. Fuck, shit, it's he's like he's a perfect match for Vipsy Pop. If she wasn't like a non-binary lesbian, I'm pretty sure she'd be fucking that guy. If she doesn't.
It's funny you mention that. It's funny you mention that because Brandon Rogers is gay in real life.
Fuck off.
He's actually
really?
like a.
Yeah.
I am so serious. He's gay. That's why he leans so hard into like a lot of the gay stereotypes, and a lot of his characters are of him dressing as a woman or acting very effeminate. A lot of that ties into, he's just gay. That's just what he's about.
Yeah,
I never researched
that. Was just
It's
common
just I
knowledge.
always got that vibe, and I always thought
Yeah,
that, man, maybe I'm just that much of a homophobe that if someone acts a certain way, I just instantly think, oh yeah, no, he's fucking gay. I can't prove it, but he's definitely sucking dick on the side.
Well, your gaydar was correct.
Once
He is
again.
gay. He does like penis.
There's nothing wrong with that, but we're just finding it funny.
There's everything wrong with that. What do you mean? Why do you need to like dicks for? Just fuck women. Be normal.
Dude, when you just really like the chick, if you like dicks that much, just look at your own. Appreciate
Like,
what's yours,
what
man.
was it? What was that?
Just
the Cat
pretend
Williams
it's a
skit, be
guy.
Like, I'm just homophobic. I'm pro pussy. You haven't had the right one yet. You're not gay. You just haven't had the right one.
Yeah, Shane, that's exactly how it works.
I know, sounds about right.
Listen, I can go out and fuck a dude if I want to, but I don't, because I don't want to, because I'm not gay and it's gross. I'm not attracted to, every time people have a homophobic an argument against being gay, they kind of prove themselves wrong
Yeah.
in the process, and it gets just as easy as the way you feel about women, can you feel the same way about men? And I'm like, well, no. I'm like, there you go. Anyways,
Yeah, anyway.
fellas, fellas, me and Haley do have to go do something here in a few. The dog has fleas,
Oh shit.
Oh no.
so we have to take it to her work to go give her a gay little doggy bath, and then also we gotta put the place closes at 5, so we gotta go put them in boarding and shit for the night.
No stress, man. Me
apartment.
and Jeremy will continue the episode. We got this.
Yes, y'all do.
We'll
y'all
take
do.
over.
Y'all do that. Y'all do that. I love you, thugs. Mwah.
See you, man. Keep
Give me a
stroking.
kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Mwah.
Very heterosexual, by the way. Very
Yes,
heterosexual.
yes,
I'm not
yes.
gay.
I have socks on, so
I have
they can't be
relationships
gay.
with women and sex with men.
Yes. Yes.
love that
You
kid.
gotta find that Duke. You gotta find that Duke Nukem deep fake to overlay over that.
Nah, man. Too much.
All right. I'll see y'all
Shane.
later.
Peace out. Peace out.
Now that the
then there were
homosexual's
two.
gone. Now that the
Now
homosexual.
that guy's gone.
Alright. So yeah.
All right.
Fuck. Oh. Since we're in it's just the two of us. Dude, have you heard Nova Online has a fucking Death Note?
No, but that's really funny and also not very surprising.
Yeah.
I wonder. I bet you it's just pages and pages of Smokey MC and Kiwi tapes.
Funny,
just
the first two
fucking-
people are Smokey MC and Kiwi tapes, but
Dude,
it's
those.
What's it? It's basically anyone who's ever made a video on him.
Oh man, we gotta sink our teeth into that. We
Yeah.
gotta get Strokecast or StrokeHub.
Yeah. Or just
On
our
there, we
names
need to-
individually.
Yeah. We each make a Nova video covering one of the many horrible aspects of his life
Yeah. God.
and signal boost it. Yeah, it's always a new, gross, horrific thing I hear about the guy.
Yeah. What's it? Last time it was the I stopped watching South Park to come.
Yeah, that's
That was
normally curiosity gets the better of me, and I will try to find stuff like that just to kind of see what happened. But nope, that's one I'm perfectly fine with.
dude.
Avoiding and-
I felt when I found out about it. Oh, after I initially mentioned on a Strokecast episode a couple of episodes ago, I was on Twitter. I saw Nova was trending again. I thought, oh, I wonder what he's done this time. But no, it was the people still talking about the whole, Pornhub thing. And
It's a
I
pretty
got to see the
historic
video.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I would not
Mind,
recommend it. The only funny thing is that he squeals like a... He's a squealer. When he nuts, he's a
He
squealer.
squeals.
Yeah, he's a squealer when he nuts.
I mean, he is like a right proper hog, so it does kind of make sense. He's a
Fucking hoglets.
but surprisingly, he has been losing a lot of weight in his fucking physical journey, I guess.
He's been
But
taking
I feel like
hardcore meds, dude, for that. Definitely.
it's gotta be. It's either that or a symptom of an underlying condition he's either not aware of or he's hiding. Because a lot of people suspect he might be diabetic, given
Yeah.
the grotesqueness of his appearance and the because he doesn't look like someone who's getting skinny because he's changed his lifestyle in any way. Like he's
No,
not.
He's still eating as much fast food as always. It's just he's either taking
he's-
hardcore meds, hard meds to reduce that, or he's got fucking no stomach bugs.
He's fucking withering away.
Yeah.
And
The rot consumes.
it does. It consumes a lot of them. I mean, fucking World of T-shirts had that neck thing that
Oh yeah.
what they call it, scarlet rot from fucking
from Elden Ring, yeah, the Scarlet.
yeah.
Yeah, that.
I haven't heard from him in a while. I know he was court mandated to go to rehab, and
I'm pretty sure he's
I guess
still,
that
he's
was-
still on rehab. I've seen like here and there like a very awkward video where he's just like he's doing this, smile, like, isn't New York is beautiful this time of year?
the no thoughts behind his eyes look,
Yeah.
1,000-yard stare.
The 1,000-yard stare. What no alcohol does to a motherfucker.
He had always been kind of like that. He was always a bit of a lifeless autist, I would
Yeah.
say. Like he just, I even before his downfall, I could never really get into him because he's too autistic for me. Call me ableist, but I would not be able to be around that guy.
Oh, what's it? I still like kept tabs on him because I found the whole story entertaining, in a morbid way.
Oh, absolutely.
And I will say that when he's not drunk as shit or being fucking peruded by some weirdo, he does seem to like genuinely be interested in traveling and stuff like that. Like I remember in an old clip back with Mr. Based, that fucking bald creep. He had
the
like
human
a,
trafficker.
He had like a mug collection from like different places. Like, this one is from Italy, and this one is from Michigan, and I got this one in Canada.
Just whatever remnant of innocence he still has left.
Yeah.
Little glimmers of him behind
Yeah.
the fog of fucking booze.
Yeah. On one hand, it is tragic that things turn out the way they did for him, but on the other, he does have a very big ego on him, like most lolcows. I feel like that's a big part
Yeah,
of
yeah.
lolcow thing, is just having that ego, you know, having the
Oh, absolutely. There's
confidence.
in my opinion, there's I'm not the only one that has this opinion or anything, but it's an idea I subscribe to with that, where there's a certain, like, there's certain conditions I think that fucking lolcow is formed out of, that kind of sets them on that path, and I think part of it is definitely some delusion of grandeur to some degree, as well as a complete lack of self-awareness. Like, these
Yeah.
people push away anybody that does not reinforce their delusions. I mean, Chris Chan, Daniel Larson, fucking even like some of the more mild lolcows like Wings of Redemption or Boogie
Yeah.
have that, where it's like, if you're not on their
Wavelength.
if you're not on the same page, yeah, exactly. They're not gonna, they're just going to tune you out, and that's what makes them completely incapable of being helped. Unless it's like court mandated, someone come get this guy, like Daniel Larson, World of T-shirts, Chris Chan, where they just get thrown into a cage for a couple of years. But even then, when they come out of it, they're not that changed. Like,
no,
they're just
that's-
incapable of it.
Yeah, it's the same thing of what's it? If someone has like set ideals and then they get thrown in jail for these ideals, you're doing nothing but just reinforcing those ideals, you know. And I think it's,
Absolutely.
with these
Even for a
people,
lot of normal,
it's a very similar thing. Like, the only difference is, instead of them talking about it online and maybe getting the backlash from people laughing at them for the things they say or things they do, they're in a prison cell, you know. All the inmates are probably staying away from them because they're like, oh, this guy's fucking weird. This guy's too weird for us. I don't want to rape that guy. He's too weird.
there's another lolcow, a relatively new one. I don't know if you've been made aware yet. She goes by the name Fibs.
No. Do tell.
All right, so I'm not an expert, but I'll give you everything that I've found. So she's a TikToker, and she's, I think, 20 years old, so a little younger, but still an adult.
Yeah.
And she's allegedly still in high school. She never completed high school. She's like a super duper senior at this point.
Oh.
And if you look at her TikToks or her interactions with people, you can tell something is off about her. She might be a little slow. No one really knows what's going on with her, but it's certainly weird. And what makes it weirder is that there are rumors and actual evidence that she still flirts with and tries to get with her classmates in high school, which are all, children. And
So she's
I think
she's
one
a
of them,
Persona fan about playing the games.
pretty much, yeah. And
I had to throw that little one out there.
hold on, she's very big into like fucking, like those rhythm games, like Friday Night Funkin'.
Oh, Friday Night Funkin', fucking Osu, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, yes. And
Lucky.
so a lot of her TikToks involve her just doing the dances unironically, in front of the, I don't know. I found a video that perfectly describes what I'm talking about. So I will just
Yeah, if you open a stream, because I'm still recording, I can just
Oh, yeah, of
tune,
course.
tune in, yeah. It's funny how soon as Shane left, our default topic is lolcows, because we're both heavily into this stuff.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Right. Let me zoom in a bit more. Oh no, that's
Yeah.
the built-in zoom in feature.
Oh.
Oh
God.
my
I do not want to
God.
like. Yeah, let's start. Let's take this from the top.
Oh,
All right. Come on now.
bit of a Maltese ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Why should you dress like that? You're dressed like a nurse while at home.
I think she does something medical. I don't know if it's her job or if she's in training for it, but a lot of them are like that. That's the other one. Yeah, as you can see,
God.
a lot of people are clowning on her
Yeah.
for
Well, like with
valid
most things
reasons.
you do that are cringe online, but, you know.
She has some. It seems like she has a little more self awareness than the average bear here, because after people became aware of her, she just like blocked down everything,
Alright.
which is typically not something they like to do. Usually they will die on the hill that they
Yeah,
put
it's
themselves
the
on.
lolcow fallacy. They are one response video away from owning the haters and killing the innocents. Just like Vipsy Pop is
Yeah.
one merch drop away from earning the bag.
Just earning the bag, owning the haters, fucking total lolcow victory. But
Yeah.
she did private her account, and I guess she's still been accepting follow requests. So I, in my due diligence, decided to follow her. So
No.
I think yesterday she finally let me in, and I was waiting for a minute. So I will do some further.
She screened your account thoroughly.
She vetted me. I don't do anything on TikTok. Like I don't have any my actual name, not even pretty, and
Yeah.
it's just basically a burner account that I just use to, gawk at people.
To be fair, I don't really use social media that much either. I don't even post, even on like my personal ones that I have for like, on sites that, my friends and family have. I just don't post. What's happens in my life is my own, Unless it's like something like, actually interested, like, oh, I'm on a holiday here or something like that. I got a promotion. I'll share that, but I'm not gonna, fucking.
You're not a chronic poster.
No, I'm a lurker. I'm a lurker. I use it to watch. I'm the social media cuck, if you will. Oh my god, speaking of
I largely.
Oh no, gone.
Hmm?
Oh, I'm saying gone because you said I'm largely.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, I'm mostly a lurker as well. I try to keep myself as disconnected as humanly possible for my own sake. So I'll just try to. Usually I just shitpost. Usually I get.
Yeah.
I'll start tweaking off the bean, and then I'll just start saying whatever random thoughts I have if I think they're stupid and funny. But genuinely, the only thing that kind of keeps me even jacked into all that is really just lurking. I like to see what my favorite internet characters are up to, but also just really just like trying to have a platform for Strokecast and Shane and I's musical aspirations. That's really it. That's really the only.
You're not living on social media. You're living your life, but just social media is a side thing for fun.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just it's a tangent. That's really all it is.
Right. I need to quickly take a leak, so I'm gonna pause the recording for a minute for a quick toilet break. All right, back from a little piss, pee pee, and poo poo break.
Yeah, a little strokecation.
Yep.
No worries. I also wanted to get a beverage because talking makes me quite parched.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna ask you, since you're not as much into video games as me and Shane, I was very curious. What is your favorite one you played so far? And it's a very basic question, but still.
Yeah, I can.
Your mic's cut out again. I don't know what you did, but it fucking cut out again. Alright, so, while Pridian is having some technical difficulties, I'd like to just point out and say, if you guys have been enjoying what we're doing so far, give us a little like, a little subscribe. It does help out. Maybe leave a comment, just for old Kilo's sake. Maybe say how much you love Vipsy Pop and Brandon Rogers. What's your favorite iDubbbz moment? What's your favorite lolcow to follow? And what's your least favorite Ubisoft quirky rebellion game to play and why? It's the little things like that that keep us going. yeah, I guess we'll be right back when Jeremy gets his shit sorted.
There's all of them. But yes, my gaming career. Let me walk you through it. So,
Yeah, give us the
I
rundown.
I would I would consider myself to be a casual gamer. I'm tapped in. I'm aware of different developers. I've heard of most games. I've given, but I just haven't given too many games the proper time.
Yeah.
Um,
You've dipped your toes here and there, but you haven't really either sunk your whole foot in or jumped in the pool.
exactly. I would say, in all honesty, my all-time favorite game. It's honestly always just been Minecraft. It's just the one I always go back to, and particularly I like to play with mods because the state of Minecraft I don't think is like by itself has been very good
Yeah.
in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
They've fallen into a lot of the same traps and tropes that most game devs fall into of just producing slop that no one cares about or
Yeah.
nobody asked for.
I feel like Minecraft over the years has at least at least Bedrock has been over monetized. Java
Oh,
Edition has
absolutely.
been underutilized and underloved, and I think with
Mm-hmm.
all the additions like the Mob of the Week and stuff, that's just performative garbage, just to give them an excuse to not fully implement more stuff. And
Yeah.
I feel like
Anything, almost anything they do add to the game doesn't really improve any mechanics or actually add to the progression very much. And if they do add anything, it's usually after years and years of harassment from fans.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the first. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're all
A
good.
little bit. Yeah, I think like the first, small thing for me that they did that kind of irked me the wrong way first is the needless addition of I forgot what the blocks are called, but you know what I'm talking about. All those useless other stone-like blocks that are in caves now that have genuinely no function but maybe decorations. And I've noticed that a lot as well. I feel like a lot of Minecraft these days has just been turned to, for lack of a better way of putting it, white woman decoration game, I mean, for crying out loud, in a developer interview from like a year or two ago, they did say that if they made Minecraft, they wouldn't have added the creeper. The most infamous mob in the game of all time, for good reason. It's a thing that goes boom.
There is a lot of hate for the creeper.
Yeah.
I've also noticed there's also a lot of hatred for the design of the creeper. Like, the only reason it's even still in the game is because it's iconic and the people want it in the game because the people want some level of fucking challenge to the game, which it just lacks so much in.
It's a nice challenge that isn't just a direct combat challenge like fighting a zombie with a golden sword or a fucking skeleton.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not careful of that thing, it will blow your shit up, which might either be a minor inconvenience or a decent setback. For me personally, I've been kind of thrown off Minecraft over the years. Like, occasionally I'd come back for like 1 or 2 game sessions every, once a year, twice, once a year, once every 2 years. I've been kind of moving on to different games which scratch a similar niche but a bit different. Like Vintage Story, it's Minecraft but more of an emphasis on the survival mechanics, to the point that the game has a game mode which basically mimics primitive early human stages. So you go from like basically being the caveman to the Copper Age without any of the extra lore or anything like that. It's just wilderness survival. It's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. That does sound like something I'd be into. But yeah, overall, it's just I like a lot of the sandbox games. I like a lot of games where I can just kind of turn my brain off and just build or make something. So that's why Minecraft has always been. It's always had such a precedent in my life.
It's a nice casual game. It's a very modular game as well.
Yes,
there's a lot of good mods, a lot of bad mods. I know there's been a trend fairly recently for the I think they're called dwellers. The first it was dwellers about a year ago, which is like, it adds a spooky, scary jump scare mob that's super fast, nearly unkillable, and very loud. And now,
It does nothing.
Yeah, and
it
now,
does nothing though.
And now here's the thing. Here's an interesting I've observed. Over the span of about a year or so, the popularity switched from dwellers to ARG mods, so more the slow burn, psychological horror stuff, which in some cases works well, in others doesn't. I think the one that really popped off initially, I think it was called Broken Script. That's like the first one that I remember that was really big. There's another one which me and my friends played with. I think it's From the Caves or something like that.
I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, I played with my friends. It is pretty good. A buddy of mine, we had him on Strokecast, Tenshi.
Yeah.
He, as a bet, he built his base inside of a cave, and he kept getting harassed by the thing. And me, because I'm I either build an independent house or I'm classic and old school and build into the side of a mountain.
Yeah, of course.
I got harassed on the odd occasion, but I'll say this weird thing with horror games. I'm a coward, but I'll get used to it. If I'm playing something like Minecraft with a horror mod, I am such a fucking pussy, dude.
Yeah, because it's you don't expect it from a game like that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like it's a thing where you just get used. You played Minecraft for so long that you get used. You know what to expect. And then you add that little curveball in there, and then all of a sudden, it's like your tolerance to horror is just reset.
It does add a new exciting twist to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very big proponent for modded Minecraft. It's really, in my opinion, just the only way to go if you want to keep playing and still actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
My go-to mod pack is all the mods 9. It's basically just one of those. It's they call it they refer to mod packs like it as like a kitchen sink mod, because it just adds a little bit of everything. It's got your magic shit, it's got your tech shit, so you can cast spells and build a nuclear reactor in the same game.
Oh yeah.
You can really get into the weeds of it. And another issue with a lot of mod packs like that is they basically just turn Minecraft into a whole new game, but now the progression is 10 times more complicated.
Yeah.
So I like all the mods because it kind of gives you a quest sort of structure
It's
where
still Minecraft, but it gives you a bit of variety. Bit more variety.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It gives you more to work toward. There's more bosses and shit like that. It's really cool.
For me, sorry, go on.
Oh no, you're all good.
No. For me personally, I never really got into the full-on mod packs that overhaul the game, because at least my mentality has always been, why mod Minecraft to be, as you mentioned, the overly complicated, mess with a mod pack of 500 bajillion mods. When I can just play a game that specifically does that niche. I remember way back in the day, back in my early high school, middle school days, fucking Tekkit Classic was the big thing. All my friends loved it. I didn't understand it, so I never got into it. And over the years, I've noticed that, why should I download a factory automation, mod pack, or as I've found out playing Minecraft fairly recently with some of my friends. By fairly recently, I mean with Tenshi, and then a few years back with Bryce and the others. These guys were more willing to automate stuff. Me, I'm very old school. I'm the FUD that just builds a farmhouse and manually does the farm work, things like that. I'm an old school guy.
That's usually how I prefer to play it.
Just chill out, old school. I don't need the super.
Once you start
mob spawners.
Because I've also realized once you start automating, it kind of gives you less of a reason to keep playing it. You lose out on a lot of I guess features of the game. I think certain things I will automate. Certain things I'm not above automating. If it's something that's just fucking annoying to get, I don't know, slime. Make a slime farm. That's different.
Yeah,
but
that's different. But if it's on farming, I find farming
wheat,
relaxing.
Yeah.
So I'll do it. And I was gonna say is, As I said, I just prefer a game that specializes in that sort of thing. So, like, if I want a factory automation game, I don't play Factorio or Satisfactory because I'm not into the hardcore drug stuff yet when it comes to these things.
Yeah, I was.
But
I was just about to bring both of those up.
I did my first, like, baby's first factory game that I played is Hydroneer, which similar to Minecraft has a bit of everything when it comes to, like, the factory automation stuff. It's got a bit of farming, it's got a bit of factory work, but its main gimmick is instead of using, you know, traditional power source methods, it involves around water. Everything's, you know, water based, stuff like that. It's very
That's
simple.
pretty cool.
I'll be honest, it gets kind of boring and a little annoying at times fairly quickly. Well, fairly quickly for factory game standards, but still, it's the game I would personally prefer playing over, you know, Minecraft of mods. If I wanted something like, I don't know, zombie survival with guns and stuff like that, and I'm not gonna say
play
DayZ.
a zombie game.
Yeah, I'd play a zombie game. Like, back in the day, I'd just play Unturned, which over the years I've kind of... Unturned had a similar problem with Minecraft. So I switched over to a smaller indie game called Surround Dead, which is Unturned but better in my opinion. And it's got a little bit of that Tarkov-style looting mechanics, you know? Like inventory management and whatnot, and... It's also one of these games, because I have to mention it, because the people that play it will... If one of them watches this, they'll never let me go. It's a game where you can put a backpack inside of a backpack full of stuff that can have a backpack inside of it full of other stuff.
Fucking inventory sorting game.
Yeah. But it's got inventory sorting, it's got zombies, different types of zombies. You got zombie mini-bosses, loot chests, little infestation areas for you to clear out and get some loot, base building... You know, it's still early access and not fully finished, but I'll be honest, I picked it up on, not even on a sale, just picked it up randomly a few months ago, almost a year ago, and I just sunk an entire, like, 2.5 weeks into it, just, like, back to back. It's a very simple game, but it's just like Minecraft. It's one of these games where you can play it and have something playing in the background.
Yeah, it's a decompression sort of game. Yeah, that's a big part of my, I guess, preferences. You know, Terraria is another great one. I think Terraria. I think it's really just only limited in the fact that it's a 2D side scroller. I think if they were to somehow alter that, it would probably be one of the greatest games of all time in that genre.
Here's my thing though. I used to play quite a lot of Terraria back in the day. The thing with Terraria is the only thing stopping it from just being another, you know, basically paid Minecraft mod pack is the fact that it's 2D. Because it's got the, you know, it's got the basic survival stuff. It's got the overly autistic and overcomplicated, you know, mechanics and boss systems and whatnot.
That it does.
Yeah, the amount of times me and my friends way back in the day, and I'm talking like 2015, 14, 13, and 12, like even during the initial like release before it came to Steam. The amount of times we built a wooden commie block for all the NPCs is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's easy to kind of just get lobbed in it, especially because you are limited on what you got to really think out of the box if you want to make a nice looking structure to live in.
Funny enough, another game similar to, sorry, you just caught my interest, reminded me of something.
You're all good.
Another game similar to Terraria is Starbound, which it's Terraria in space basically.
Yeah.
But
I've given it a try before, but I don't think it really stuck with me.
Same here. I will say I like the character creation thing. I like how it tries to have a bit of a story, but I think the thing with Terraria and Starbound is in Terraria you have one world, kind of like Minecraft. You have one world, multiple biomes, things like that.
Yeah.
In Starbound you have multiple planets, with each planet having like procedurally generated quests and whatnot, and some of them have main story stuff. And in Starbound, I just never felt like I needed to build a base. Like, I'd build outposts, you know, like temporary shelters, but I never settle in somewhere. I'd always just settle on the ship because it's more convenient.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of the basic mechanics kind of discourage you from actually like doing what they
Yeah,
would want you to do,
because
just build bases and whatever.
two polar opposites. It's either you settle in somewhere, which then mentally you're discouraging yourself from exploring other planets, which are different, have different biomes and whatnot, or
Right.
you don't settle in and you're constantly exploring, but you never interacting with the building mechanics, nor do you care what happens really on the planets, because you go in, explore, get the stuff you want, and then go.
Yeah, you fucking stay put.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would say, yeah, generally those are. I love my sandbox games. I love my strategy games.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
that
Hearts
too.
of Iron.
Oh, I don't play Hearts of Iron.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I've
I
been
used to
off
play
of it for a
Stellaris
while.
back in the day, though. I used to play Stellaris back in the day until the people I played with basically optimized all the fun out of the game for me. And also the Paradox also did some major changes, which might have been better for the game, but they were too drastically different for me to get into it again.
Understandable. Yeah, I had one friend, another online friend who was really into Stellaris. He got me into it for a bit, but I don't know. It just didn't click with me. And the other Paradox games that are similar, they got like Victoria, Europa Universalis, like they all seem cool, but it's just the mechanics are those are games you have to fucking just clock in and clock out of, like it's a full-time job basically. And
yeah,
I think
honestly they're overglorified calculators of graphics, but it's just different types of calculators.
Yes, they are.
Hearts of Iron is the optimizing your army and war production calculator. Victoria's the economy calculator, while Stellaris is the space exploration calculator.
Pretty much, yeah. They're spreadsheet games.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that really gets me going with Hearts of Iron is I don't know. I'm just a big history author. So.
Oh no, same here, man.
Yeah, and it's another game too where like the modding community kind of carries it a bit, where you can,
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because the biggest issue with that one is like, yeah, you can play almost any country that was existent at that time, but it's only the big players where you can actually do something interesting with. Like, you're not going to be able to do shit in that game if you're playing as like Nepal or something,
Coming into it, starting a game as Papua New Guinea. There's only so much you can do as Papua New Guinea that isn't just, I'm going to conquer the whole world. Isn't that quirky? Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone who plays or is going to play Hearts of Iron is going to do something like that at some point. For me, with strategy games, always been, I'm more interested in like, more the real-time strategy or turn-based tactics. Like XCOM is a good one. That's what I'd say is a good in-between of turn-based strategy and grand strategy sort of stuff. My soft spot personally has been Men of War or Call to Arms style games. So specifically for Call to Arms Ostfront, which is a spin-off of the failed modern spin-off of Men of War. It's a long, complicated story, but long story short, Men of War, base franchise, very good franchise. Originally developed by two teams, I believe it's a Russian team and a German team. At some point, the German team split off to create Call to Arms. They made a modern day version, which basically plays like Men of War, but modern day. They did some changes. They basically abandoned the game at this point. And then they made a World War II version of that, which turned out to be the better version of Men at War, because now Men at War has kind of gone in the way of trying to make it esportsy, even though it doesn't really work. The whole thing with Men of War is every single soldier has an inventory system. Same with vehicles. And there's an added layer of strategy which breeds creativity, similar to a sandbox game. So, for example, if you're on I will use Assault Squad 1 and 2 as an example, which the campaign for that is just a bunch of levels that's like, this is the Omaha D-Day landings map. However, it's all just attack one outpost, defend the outpost, attack the next outpost, repeat until you get to the end of the map. Then you got the big final wave, and then that's it. You're done with the mission.
Yeah,
it
just
breeds
working
a
your
bit
way
of
through it.
creativity, like, for example, with tanks, individual tanks wouldn't just have a HP bar. Each component on the tank had its own small HP bar and, you know, armor rating. So what, you know, you can do, and you can either just blow it up or burn the crew out of the tank with Molotovs and, you know, incendiary weapons. You can disable the tank to force the crew to bail out, kill the crew, repair the tank, have your own guys board it and use it. And that's the type of stuff I like. You know, each unit has, at least in Call to Arms Ostfront, in this case, it has its own. Each unit it's slightly better at something, so, you know, putting regular soldiers in the tank, it'll work, but they're not going to be as effective in the tank as, you know, dedicated crewmen, which it's not, you know, I've had multiple games or multiple matches where regular GIs inside of a fucking German Panzer IV kicked ass without needing to, you know, switch them out for a crew.
Yeah, you're able to do a lot more with less.
Yeah, you can loot.
If you open your
you
mind.
can loot weapons off of enemies and loot them. So, for example, if your medic runs out of bandages, or you want to arm him because, you know, unfortunately, you don't follow the Geneva Convention in the game, so medics get shot at indiscriminately. And since they start with a pistol, in my opinion, it's a good idea to, you know, if you're playing as the Americans, as an example, the Russians or Brits, you kill a German, you take his gun, his ammo, and then just steal bandages from enemies.
Yeah, so it's got more of that realism factor as well, because that is like
the on-field improvisation that I like as well.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd say highly recommend. Also, at least in the Call to Arms Ostfront and the expansions like the Normandy expansion, the Airborne expansion, the most recent one, I believe, which adds the Operation Market Garden. The campaign missions have been switched out from, you know, as I mentioned, in Assault Squad, which is the more popular version of Men of War, instead of them being basically skirmish matches. They're actual you know, you got a bit of historical context, and they try to do like a light story, but it's never like it's never super compelling. Other than this mission is gonna represent the the crossing of the Rhine by the Americans, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's like, it's cool. I would say if pick it up on a sale, you can't go wrong with it. I feel like you'd enjoy it.
Anytime you and Shane ever bring up a game, whenever I'm conversationally cucked, I always try to add it to my wish list. So it's like, all right, that's cool.
Oh, one more. Sorry, how could I forget the most important gimmick of both Men of War and Call to Arms? Direct unit control. So instead of you order you guys around normally, but when you select a guy and press E by default, you assume direct control of them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so like for example, what a lot of people do, myself included, on missions where you got very limited resources, is you select like one or two guys, you micromanage them to like, make a gap in the defenses for the rest of the guys. And you do a mixture of micromanaging between, individual, moving them from cover to cover, ordering them to, throw grenades and whatnot, or just assuming direct control and just wiping out the enemy. And
yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, it's telling you, man. Call to Arms Ostfront, highly recommend. Men of War. Assault Squad 2 has a big modding community, and I'd say if you're gonna get into Men of War, Assault Squad 2 is the best one to get. Plus, if you get that one on sale, you can get the I forgot what the DLC is called, but it's basically remakes of the campaign missions from the very first Men of War game.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that sounds pretty sick.
Yeah.
I think my biggest issue with gaming as a whole is just that I will look for a game, I will find it, and I will just kind of stick to it. It'll be my focus for way too long.
It's kind of like finding a hobby. Like you find a fucking tabletop game or something that you like doing as a hobby, you're just gonna stick to it. You're not really gonna branch out unless you feel bored.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're never really gonna deviate, and it's So I've I've ended up sinking countless hours into just a handful of games. Like if I, let's see, I'm on my Steam right now, and I can tell you, I've put over 1,300 hours into Hearts of Iron 4.
Fuck it now.
Yeah, it's and the funniest part of it is that I'm not even that good.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a few metas, a few strategies that work with certain countries. Outside of that, I'm just fucking around and usually losing.
Yeah.
But
at the end of the day, the most important thing is having fun, even if you're losing, regardless if you're winning or losing. You know, like
yeah.
was a game that I sunk a lot of hours into is Arma 3 personally, because I like the the boots on the ground milsim gameplay.
I did try to get into Arma, or it wasn't Arma. There was another one that's very similar. Fucking, let me try to find it.
What's it? While you look for it, I'll tell you the difference between Arma and the other like milsim style games like Squad or
Squad. That's what it is.
So the difference is Squad. It's a milsim, but it plays like, you know, the general thing is it plays like Battlefield. You know.
Yes.
While Arma is kind of like a military autist's Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got, you know, it's got a campaign, it's got the multiplayer modes, some which play like Battlefield, you got co-op missions, things like that. And you got very, very good editor, which you can, you know, do shit in.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I sunk like nearly 3,000 hours into the game because I joined a group which I meshed with really well. And I'll say this, a lot of things with like milsim communities, you're gonna find a lot of two opposite ends of the spectrum. You're gonna find the people that are just, you know, tards fucking around, not really doing much. Or you're gonna have the people treating it like it's fucking real life. And both opposite ends of the spectrum are cringe. I like the middle ground where it's people are sticking to their role. So like, you know, if the guy says, "Oh, I'm the sergeant," you know, all the others listen to him because he's the squad leader. But we're not going like, "Oh, yes sir, no sergeant, yes sergeant." Yeah. We're just doing it, taking it chill. So it's, I like the
you're
mix.
playing.
Go on.
It's like you're playing the game the way that they want you to play it, but you're actually actively trying to have fun with it.
Yeah,
not
which
just.
I'd say is the way that they want you to do it. Because
Definitely.
Playing Arma Reforger for a little bit, I do notice that with Arma Reforger they try to step a little close to how Squad is, where you know, you got those, you know, this guy's a squad leader, so you listen to him, but you're supposed to take it fairly casually on top. Like, you listen, if the squad leader tells you like, hey, can you know, do this, you ideally would want to do it, unless the guy's been a prick, which I've had. I never played Squad proper, but I did play the World War II version, which back in the day, well, it's called Squad 44 now, but back in the day it was called Postscriptum. The amount of fucking, like, people that take it super seriously. I'll admit, I was the guy to shoot them in the head when they pissed me off too much. Because
a little bit of fragging.
Yeah, a little bit of fragging, because, like, dude, it's one thing, you know, if someone's actively being super bad at the game and being a prick to you back. But it's another thing if someone who, you know, in my case, I was trying to, you know, help out as much as I can, but I'm still new to the game. So I didn't know how to manage my stamina properly and how to do stamina breaks and things like that properly. So, you know, I just, oh, they're over there. And I can't see them because they're tiny fucking pixels in a hedgerow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With my squad, I never played Arma, but my squad experience, I just checked. I played it for 20 minutes, and it was, there's a mod for it that actually has, like, a pretty solid community behind it. It's like, basically just Squad, but Star Wars.
Oh,
so it's like...
That's why I did in Arma 3 as well. Arma 3 with Star Wars.
I tried Squad with Star Wars because I saw videos about it, and it looked awesome. Like, it's fucking, you know, Battle of Coruscant. They got all the...
awesome, but it's the people that you play with that really make or break it.
Yeah. I think my biggest gripe with it was the maps are just way too fucking big, and there's just... I spent that entirety of those 20 minutes just walking, looking for something to do, and I was like, all right,
I'd say
this is some bullshit.
A big thing with these games is you got, like, for about like 5, maybe 10 minutes of fun in a active engagement, cut between like sometimes between like an hour and a half of just driving or walking, which is the reason why I don't play these types of games too much.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So actually, with like the tactical shooters and whatnot, the one I've been going back to every once in a while is Ready or Not and SWAT 4, which, as Shane glazed Rainbow 6-3 many times.
Yes.
Basically, you know, police officer simulator, but with SWAT and Ready or Not, you're more encouraged to follow like the proper real life rules of engagement with police officers, especially in SWAT 4. In Ready or Not, it's a bit loose goose, which is not bad, but it's not loose goose because the devs just let you be loose goose. It's more loose goose because the enemy AI is just that fucking deadly. Like, it is not worth it. Unless you're hardcore, really good at the game, it is not worth going, you know, trying to be realistic, you know, trying to only going lethal if you have to, you know, trying to be non-lethal, not killing the guys.
Right. Doing what a police officer probably should.
Yeah.
I did play a little bit of Ready or Not. I think I went through the tutorial, and I was like, all right, this is cool, and I just did not revisit it.
I think another thing with me, I honestly come back to SWAT 4 more than Ready or Not is is the vibes of the levels and the way the game feels. Even though SWAT 4 is older and clunkier, even with the Ultimate Forces mod or something like that, which basically overhauls the game to be SWAT 4 plus. It's the way I'd recommend you play the game. It's all about the AI and the interaction with the AI. Like Ready or Not is the enemy AI is very lethal. They track you through walls really well, which is realistic. You know, if suspects see you through a wall, they might just try to wall bang you. But I don't like the fact that as soon as I leave the threshold of the door, they're still tracking me almost perfectly, pumping rounds through the wall, hitting me. Plus, it's in Ready or Not, it's very formulaic. Like, if you don't like incapacitate a guy within moments or like overwhelm him, he's gonna try to kill you no matter what. In SWAT 4, the AI is a bit more unpredictable. And that's why I prefer it. Like civilians that are resisting, you know, they're more willing to, you know, they're a bit more it feels a bit more reactive. And also especially with the suspects, like, of course, you know, you got different grades of suspects, which I do believe in SWAT 4 they actually have different AI parameters, unlike Ready or Not, which is all the same stuff basically. Like, you know, generic gangbanger is going to be more willing to surrender if you all storm the room with a flashbang than a hardened mercenary.
Definitely. It adds a little more realism in that aspect.
Yeah. Plus, I'll say like one of my favorite atmospheric moments, and when it comes to shooting games, has been in SWAT 4.
Really?
If you ever look the game up, people are going to talk about it all the time. Things the Fairfax residence or something like that. It's basically the house where, on the surface, it's just a loser fat guy who works as a janitor at university living in his mother's basement. But the further you go, the house already feels odd, but when you go further into the basement, the more creepier things get, and you realize, he's like a serial killer and kidnapper.
Yeah, it gets crazy.
Yeah, and it's just the music, the atmosphere, it's perfect. It's really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do... Which I guess is a positive effect of the Strokecast, personally, is just getting that push to actually get out of my autism zone and play a different fucking game for once.
Try things out, yeah.
Which I'm notoriously bad at, because I've, you know, that was kind of the whole thing that motivated me to even, like, make the transition into PC gaming as a whole and get Steam, is to, like, you know, finally try games that I never had the chance to growing up, because you know, if we even want to get, I guess, retrospective about it, that's kind of just goes all the way back to childhood, where I would have an Xbox and handful of games.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm quite fortunate that I grew up instead of a console, initially a PC, which broadened
Mhm.
my spectrum a lot more because there's a lot of free games you can get on PC, a lot easier.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
And only then, I got PlayStation 2, which the
Mhm.
PC, the first I grew up with PC. I should probably rephrase, was my dad's PC. That is specific
Yeah.
times I was allowed to play at. And then
Mhm.
I got PS2, and that was my, that was my console. And then from PS2, I got 360. Then I got my own PC, and then when my brother finally got old enough, we got a family PS4 for me and him, and yeah, the rest is history. He played on the PS4 for God knows how long, and now he fairly recently switched to PC himself.
Yeah, originally I actually started with Nintendo. I
Really?
had the I had the Game Boy Advance. That was the very first
Oh,
thing I
yeah.
ever had. Played the shit out of Mario on there. I also had Medal of Honor for the Game Boy. Played that
Oh
quite a
my
bit.
God.
It was rough looking back at it. Then my parents got me a GameCube, like all the way back in like 2006. Played the shit out of that, and then I got the Wii. Played a lot of that, especially loved Wii Sports. Unironically, it's a
Yeah.
good ass time. And then my dad got an Xbox 360, and it was like his for a while. But then he stopped playing it. I started playing it, and that was my main console all the way until high school. Like I did get an Xbox One, but I was probably like one of the last people that was still on just the 360. I loved the 360, still do.
Yeah. Well, I'll say
It's a classic.
I suck at playing on the controller.
Oh, me
But,
too.
Yeah, I'm more comfortable with mouse and keyboard, but I do hold both the PS2 and 360 in a special place in my heart, even though I'm realistically acknowledging that they're inferior to the computer. And
of course.
I am a little upset that a lot of PC, Xbox and old PS2 games are now emulation, but there's no like real proper way of playing, all Xbox 360 games on a PC with mouse and keyboard, unless you're going through like 5 bajillion hoops and problems. It is kind of crazy how we got a PS4 fully functional PS4 emulator before a fairly easily accessible and fully functional 360 and PS3 emulator.
Yeah, I think
know
even
there's
Shane and I have talked about that here and there. Just the all the different inconsistencies with emulation. Because
I was gonna actually get into it. So I do understand that emulators are individual teams, and dare I say, the best top 3 teams out there are the guys working on the PS1 emulator, the PS2 emulator, and the GameCube, because those ones are the easiest to set up, easiest to find ROMs for and actually play games on.
What's the GameCube emulator? Is
I
it
think it's
Dolphin?
called Dolphin.
'Cause I was on that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like when I first got, because I briefly had a computer like that I would play on back in like 2014, and I remember I think I got so far as to get Minecraft on it, and then it just shit the bed. And my dad was a big computer guy because he was like me. He also did comm in the military, and so he was always. That's kind of where I picked it up from. And he pretty much just said, "Oh, something's wrong with the RAM. We'll fix it." Never did. So it wasn't until I moved out, joined the Air Force, that was and started getting Air Force money. And that was when I finally got a gaming laptop and was actually able to, do all that shit that I wanted to do. And one of the first things I did was mess around with GameCube and Nintendo 64 emulators, going back to the classics.
So, funny enough for me, I've never owned a Nintendo console, and the
Really?
only Nintendo game I fully played that was Metroid Prime 1 on the Dolphin emulator. Which, Metroid Prime 1, I do quite like the game. I wish Nintendo got the boot out their ass and realized that,
They never will.
Yeah, they never will. But, wishful thinking that we could get an official release of Metroid on PC. But, hey, I'm fine with just reinstalling Dolphin. And, fine enough, with Metroid Prime specifically, the game is that popular on the emulating in the emulating sphere that some guy made a full preset for the game, which basically just full mouse keyboard optimization, which I didn't play on because that came out after I played it. But I was thinking of getting the Dolphin emulator set up again with that specific thing, so I can enjoy Metroid Prime in the way that I want to enjoy it. On the way,
Yeah.
might have been the way the founding Nintendo fathers might have intended, but it's the way I intend to play it, with a mouse and keyboard.
I think that's your God-given right to do so,
Yeah,
because we all know Nintendo does not want us to play these games unless it's on the original console itself,
Oh, yeah,
and they're
of
never
course.
going to do anything to remake it, re-release it, nothing.
Yeah,
If
no,
they do, it's very few and far between.
You will buy from hoarding basement dweller selling you a GameCube, unboxed, unpackaged, still in its original packaging, for like $5,000.
Yeah, get fucked.
Yeah, fuck off.
That's the other thing that pushes me very hard into emulating, is just the fact that it's like, I think collecting old games and all that, I think that's very cool.
Yeah,
that's
is
a cool hobby. If I ever make it big in life, that would be something I would definitely want to do, and buy stupid little trinkets.
Yeah,
But
I have some like obscure PC games I've been collecting, like
yeah, that's cool.
what's that got? Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, so that's an one of the goats when it comes to park builders, because it's the first big dinosaur park builder. I got another Jurassic Park game, this time Trespasser, very janky. Dare I say the first? Well, not the first, but like one of the back in more popular Goonabait games back in the day, in the same vein as Tomb Raider was. Tomb Raider's like, oh, Lara Croft, triangular titties. With Trespass, it's a very janky physics-based FPS, which the idea is cool, but it's definitely it's way too fucking gimmicky and clunky for its own good. The game also had no proper HUD. So the way so for example, if you pick up a gun, your female character would say, "Oh, gun, it feels about half." So the magazine's halfway full. So you get like feel like that. And the way you look at your health is like shit. You look at your own fucking breasts, which has a little heart tattoo, which would fill up more and more red the more damage you take. And of course, the lady has to wear one of those female white bra tank tops.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The Inissa Jomar fit.
Oh God.
Good.
Oh Jesus. Yeah,
I had to mention that.
I know I mentioned in our server that I was going to craft a little video going over that whole thing. It's just there's just too much. It's too ongoing. It's like right when I feel like I'm caught up, she says another retarded thing. It's just going to end up being a saga that never ends.
Yeah,
it's like kind of similar to Vizipop.
Yeah. I think the best way, if you're going to do stuff like that, I think the best way to do it is just take in bits by bits, Don't try to be as up to date as possible with the most recent thing. Just cover one period to the next period, which has already been complete, and then just give it enough time, like a few year span, and then you got enough stuff to talk about. Things like that.
Yeah.
Like
Separate it into arcs.
That's why I occasionally would spitball, just covering the shows themselves, not talking about the lady, because again, it's an ongoing, ever evolving story. Which it's evolving at a slower pace than, more of a prominent lolcow like Anissa.
Oh, but, God, yeah.
It's...
Yeah.
It's...
See, I was working myself up to it. I was doing the research. I was like setting stuff aside. And then she started streaming.
Yeah, again.
And now it's just a whole can of worms of embarrassing, horrible shit that she's spewing out. Yeah. The most recent rumor is that her and Ian might not even be together, because she's people have found certain websites that she's been using to, like, I don't know, I guess things have been so bad for them that they're now like selling shit. They're now selling their belongings. And
I did hear rumors that they moved into Anissa's mom's basement. It's probably just online
Yeah.
over-exaggeration, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had to at least move to a, cheaper house.
It definitely seems like after Creator Clash, they've just gone on full downsizing because that was such a financial ruin for them, which it wouldn't surprise me. And just, I've been in smaller scale situations where I thought, oh fuck, like this money's going to be bad for a while, but in their case, losing all of that money, which I don't really know what to believe there, because I find it so hard to believe that iDubbbz, with his 7 million subscribers at one point, now it's 6 million, who fucking dominated the internet for so many years and was probably, this was before the demonetization started to happen. So there was no way he wasn't making fucking millions at one point. And and I know that like throwing together an event like that would be very costly, especially when you're doing it out of your own pocket. But he wasn't. He had partners in that.
Yeah.
And it just really makes me wonder, where the fuck did all that go? Like,
if you want my theory, which I think is the more realistic take to have on these things, is a lot of people that get, famous and a lot of money, their spending habits become more and more, lucrative and, fancy. So they spend more.
Oh, definitely.
They make more, so they spend more and more, things here and there. And it's once the fame starts decreasing, because they got so used to that more luxurious lifestyle, they struggle to, backpedal on that stuff.
Oh, definitely.
So I
can imagine that.
Other than just dumping money on stupid shit, like, Creator Clash, fucking 3 to 4 parties on the second one to process the trauma. I do generally think that's just them spending money stupidly, and not
just for the sake of it.
Yeah, just for the sake of it, because they got used to having a lot of money in, Ian's savings from over the years, so they've just been probably leeching off of that.
Just burning through it. I also know that they bought a house in Washington State, which is surprisingly a very expensive place to live now, because so many people have just been flocking to Seattle and that area. And that was an area I used to live in at one point.
Really?
And used to live in Washington State. And I was probably like 2 hours from Seattle. I was closer to Olympia, the capital. And
look who's
shit.
back.
Shane has returned.
You thugs still raping?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We
You're
were just
still recording.
Yeah, it was still.
We
on.
we were
That's
having
crazy.
a
That's
very
fucking
intimate moment.
Yeah. We probably
What kind of intimate are we talking?
I probably would have made Jeremy cheat on his poor Latina girlfriend, same as Anissa does with iDubbbz. I wouldn't be surprised if she might be selling her, if we find out in the next like few months or year or so that she started, offering up her services on certain websites.
She's already doing that. I mean OnlyFans or Fansly.
Oh no, but I mean like escort stuff.
Backpage.com.
Craigslist.
Y'all remember the Backpage.com days?
Fucking Craigslist.
Mr. Technical Difficult?
No,
Y'all
Shane,
remember
I was...
Mr. Technical Difficult?
The name rings a bell. Was he like a prank calling?
He was on the MTD podcast. It was him and like Minnesota Burns and fucking Chaos Silencer and shit.
Oh, so he was fucking... Yeah, he did. Yeah, I used to watch him. He did a lot of like prank shit.
Yeah.
He would like troll
Burns
people.
Minnesota Burns was like the alpha and omega of like early 2010s COD trolling. Like, the whole era of people posing as like Microsoft employees and like getting kids' moms on the mic and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Those were the days.
Yeah. The initiators, the originators of YouTube-based rage baiting content.
Yeah.
What an era. What a time. Peak YouTube, may I dare say.
Um,
It's the simpler times.
Dare say you
was.
will. Yeah,
So
it's not
what,
ridiculous.
yeah, that's what we're emulating here.
We did
Talking
talk
over
about
gameplay.
emulators.
We did, yeah. We had a whole thing
we
about
had
it.
we had a whole talk about different games we play, fucking sandbox games.
We talked about so many video games.
Yeah.
Crazy. And Jeremy, did you bring up that the old Nintendo 64 emulator you had
Yes, he
on
did.
your shitty laptop? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. It was what is it called? Project 64 and Dolphin. Those are the main ones.
Dolphin's the one that I know.
Yeah, that one they do GameCube and I think maybe even the Wii.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember I did briefly download the Wii emulator for one specific game, and that was fucking Cabela's hunting game, 2011.
Oh, I remember those.
The one with the really bad shit, insane story with the not chupacabra. Fuck, what was the thing called? It's another cryptid.
Bigfoot?
No, not Bigfoot. It's like a hyena sort of cryptid, but
That might be Chupacabra, but
no,
I
it's
haven't.
not Chupacabra, because here's the weird thing: the game, most of the game took place in like Uganda and shit, but they took like a hyena-style cryptid from, I believe, like more east of Africa, so like India and shit like that.
Oh, okay. So it's a little more.
Yeah, do they still make Cabela's games?
Nope. I believe after 2013, they stopped making games because they were not getting the money. Which is a shame, because I'll say, I fucking love like the insane lore implications for a lot of things. There's a guy on YouTube, Mandalore Gaming, who actually played through both 2013 and 2011, and he he went full in on the bad shit schizo stuff, which is really funny. Like the fucking in the 2013 game, you fight fucking I don't know if it's orangutans. It's another like fairly aggressive monkey type. You fight there's a section where you fight them like an old gladiatorial arena, which for some reason, you know, the doors shut as soon as you come in, so it's like it all's all set up for you. The fucking the same fucking apes or monkeys are like, there's a part where you're going through a cave and your radio contact Umbeki, his radio starts cutting up. So it's like, are these fucking guys jamming me? The animals have jammers now. The animals set up fucking signal jammers.
That's awesome.
It's really good. I'd highly recommend watching these videos because they are hilarious.
Fuck yeah.
How the fuck does a Wii emulator even work on a fucking PC anyway without all the?
So it's you'd have to I believe it simulates, because the way I did it is they got built-in like simulation for the the little tracker thing, so you could plug in a controller and basically optimize the controls. So like, for example, the left thumbstick is your right, left thumbstick is your nunchuck, and the right stick is your fucking, the main mote. The only if I remember correctly, which it's been a while, but I think for like the actual motion stuff, I don't know if they have that cracked down yet, or you can turn on an option where it will accept, fucking thumbstick inputs in place of the motion controls. That or
what about like the mouse?
The mouse, I tried it, and honestly, I didn't do enough tinkering to try and figure that out. I do know what a lot of people do for that stuff as well, is they get the fucking Wii emulator set up, and you can just buy a proper Wiimote nunchuck and the sensor bar and just plug into the PC. You just need.
Yeah, I've heard of people doing that before.
Yeah, I honestly had I had the urge to do that one time and then just play a game that was not made for these things, just to see how it'd go.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, fucking Metal Gear Solid 3 with the Wii nunchuck and Wiimote. So when you go.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be insane.
That would feel like dog shit.
Yeah, it would, but it'd be funny.
It wouldn't. Just for the lulz, yeah.
Just for the funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
Same idea as what's it? I don't know, playing through fucking Call of Duty or something with a steering wheel. It's on that same wavelength.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
another
I've seen
guy,
people do similar stuff like that.
Yeah, Senza, he played like fucking Borderlands and Doom with a Guitar Hero controller. And the Power Glove as well.
Ridiculous.
The Power Glove videos are absolutely fucking... They're funny as hell, but you could tell that is painful because the Power Glove, which he had custom modified by some guy. So when you move this hand, you know, it actually track, but the movement pickup is so dog shit that he had like full on hard left to just slowly turn left.
That's awesome.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much everything going on with us over here. How's it going with you, Shane? How was the
Dude,
how was your dog thing?
We gave Nick's big bath, or Haley gave Nick's big bath. I put pictures. The process.
I see them now. Yeah.
And the UN and we dropped out the cats too. We dropped out the cats to the boarding, and they're in like Minerva and Zemo. That's both of them. They get to kind of be in the same space. They like share the same area, but they're in a new space, or not in a new space, but they're in a space shared with. They're in a space shared with a bunch of other cats that are also being very vocal, and you know, on the drive there, you know, at the concert.
Yep. Yeah, they do not like it. Mm-hmm.
Remember, on the way there, I was telling Haley, I was like, how? Imagine this, but for like 16 hours of straight driving.
Jesus.
Oh, more like 24, my brother. Yeah. I had to do that, and it was horrible.
Yeah, the whole time. Remember, I called you.
Yeah.
On that trip, and that's all. It was like rhythmic. The entire call was like a little metronome in the background.
Yeah, they don't stop until they're free. They're out of the vehicle, and you're not. They're not being tortured anymore.
I feel like
what they think is torture.
When we took my cat to the vets, like a few years ago last time, because he had a problem we had to sort out. It was only like an hour ride there, but it's just, oh my god. Not only is it the constant meowing, but it's just after it's done for, you need to give him like a week or two to fully trust you again.
Yeah, it is traumatic, to say the least.
Which I fully understand, because, you know, I can only imagine if just randomly one day I get picked up, put in a, you know, container.
Put in a tight, closed space.
Yeah. And then driven to a new place.
Yeah, it was probably just as traumatizing for me, because that was horrible. I would do not recommend that.
If you're gonna get pets,
don't do that.
Make sure you're settled down enough that, you know.
Yes.
And make sure they're in good health, so you don't have to go to the vets with them.
Exactly. Of, how do y'all's cats handle shots?
Mine aren't terrible about it. They I guess they're kind of indifferent.
With mine, you do have to restrain him properly, because he will try to run off. He likes being a free bird. Like, he's not. My cat's not cuddly like a lot of people's, you know, cats with their like son in your lap and shit. Like, for my cats, he's kind of like me. He goes on the bed on my chair. You know, occasionally I'll give him a scratch here and there. Sometimes when I'm on the steps to go downstairs, so I'd let him out or feed him. I'll just sit on the step next to him and, you know, give him a proper scratch up.
He's a come and go kind of cat.
Yeah, he's the Ryan Gosling of cats.
Yeah, Zemo, the big black one we got. He has zero reactions to getting a needle stuck in him. Just none.
That's good, I guess.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know about Minerva. I haven't gotten Minerva any shots yet.
Well, you'll find out soon enough.
Oh yeah. She's more cat-like than Zemo. Zemo Zemo has no concept of stranger danger. He loves everybody.
There's that natural self-preservation, instinct of like, ooh, what's going on? Ooh.
My cats just hate leaving the house.
They shit in my fucking briefcase.
They did.
My suitcase.
They did.
Diarrhea all over my week's supply of fucking clothes.
Yeah,
fucking, what was it? Panda just decided to sit in my fucking suitcase and flood the fucking suitcase with diarrhea.
Yeah, a little bit. She did do that.
A little bit. A little bit.
Just a smidge.
With my cats, usually he just shits outside in our garden, which, is good fertilizer for the grass.
Yeah, he's contributing.
The handful of times where he was accidentally like locked inside where he needed to go. The first time he shat on my dad's bed, my dad, call it animal abuse, but I think it was more of like a disciplinary thing of just gave him a smack on the ass, which was a dangerous play considering what just came out of it. And he's kind of ever since then learned to not do it on. Well, he shat on my bed once as well. He's figured out for the most part that if by chance he's inside the house and he needs to poop, he does it in the bathtub, so it's easy to clean up.
At least you guys have a good system going.
Yeah.
At least he's considerate about it now.
Yeah, but 9.9 times out of 10. If it's, whether it's middle of the night, middle of the day, just before work, first the one person he goes to is me to let him outside to go take a shit. And he's a very outside cat. It's not like that he doesn't come back home. It's just during the summer, you won't see him for a few days at a time because he's outdoors. He'll come back to eat, drink, sleep. He prefers outdoors. In the winter, he's coming out to hang out, get his exercise in for himself, and also take a shit. But other than that, he's in the house sleeping.
Right on, yeah. My cats are, I strictly keep them inside. They're indoor cats. They don't really have much of an interest in trying to get out anyway. It's they seem to recognize because they were strays originally in Hawaii, rescued by a group that I ended up volunteering for about a year. So I think they know, like, okay, inside we have it pretty good. There was only one incident where my house in Hawaii, the AC broke completely, and it's a place that's hot year round. It's just
very humid and hot.
Yes, it's a tropical climate, so we had the windows open, and the my cat Mouse, who's a character in her own right, she busted the screen of the upstairs bedroom window and was just chilling on the roof. And I had gotten a call from a neighbor who had noticed and recognized the cat, so I had to stop what I was doing at work and run over, in full military uniform, to climb onto the roof of my house to get her and bring her inside. And surprisingly, she was chill about the whole thing. Like, she was just sunbathing on the roof, basically. No cares. Yep, no care in the world, just hanging out. She didn't try to run from me or anything.
Yeah.
I just scooped her up.
What's up, man? Just enjoying the
Pretty
sun.
much, like.
What about you?
Yeah. Like, how's it
Had
hanging?
to come back from work. Loser.
Yeah. Thankfully, I lived like 5 minutes from work at the time, so it wasn't a huge deal. I was just worried about her the whole time, but nah, she was cool. She's still good. But yeah, that was the only instance I've had of that. And Panda, the one who shit in Shane's belongings, she didn't even have an interest in going out. She's like, nope, that's all her.
Yeah. There was one time my cat got into a fight with, I think it's either one of the neighbor's cats or Stray. And I heard the commotion, and me being the good pet owner, I think I got involved. I scared off the Stray. And when he tried coming back a few days later, I threw a rock next to him just to proper, send the message of fuck to fuck off. Especially after like a month before that, he got he it was the middle of the summer, so the garden door's open. He smelled my cat's food. He walked inside, ate the whole thing. He heard me come downstairs. Instead of running out the door, he runs to the living room, gets scared, pisses in the living room, so the living room smells like cat piss for like 3 months.
Naturally,
ruins the fucking window covers, and then managed to run outside. Like I was at that point, like when he did that, I was fully ready. Like I'm gonna fucking wrestle with this cat, and I'm, I try not, if I'm getting into bad situations with animals, I try not to harm them unless it's a fucking pit bull trying to kill me.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had
I can't speak for the UK, but most of them are
Jeremy,
pretty
your
chill
mic's
over here in the US.
on the quieter side again, a bit muffled. Yeah, very muffled, very quiet. It sounds like mosquito farts. I don't know, what the fuck did you do to it? But yeah, while Jeremy, you fix the show, finish up the story. Yeah, when dealing with animals that are not mine or friendly to me, I try not to harm them, but if things do get very bad, I do go into it's either me or you mode. So if that cat was gonna like fucking jump on me and try to bite and scratch the shit out of me, I don't know what he has, I'm gonna go equally as rough on him. It's just a self-defense thing. So thankfully it didn't come to that. But yeah, I did help my cat out in a street fight, basically. So yeah, my homeboy had home advantage.
How's this now?
Okay, we're back to good. We're all good again.
Awesome. Life is good again. Yeah. Good. Yeah, sorry about that. It's fucking.
That's all good.
It might be a bad cable. I'm using a very old 1/4-inch jack audio cable.
Yeah, it might be the cable. It's starting to show its age.
Yes, because I've not done anything different.
Yeah.
I try not to touch it. Once it gets to working again, I leave it alone. So yeah, sorry about that.
That's all good. Yeah.
Me and my thug-ass wife are about to go out and get some food, so
yeah. We should probably
slowly
start closing up the episode because we've been talking for a while.
I was about to
this
say,
might be the longest episode yet if y'all kept fucking going. Jesus Christ.
No, honestly, if you wouldn't have joined it, we've probably kept talking about video game emulators and fucking lolcows. Like as soon as you, I just wanted to know, as soon as you left, we immediately started going back to defaulted to lolcows.
Yeah. That was the we went right to business.
We do have an objective, the lolcows, though. If we want to really go down the lolcow route, we want to just for the funnies. Nova Online has a Death Note list.
A Death Note list.
Yes. So anyone that's ever made a video on him that got any sort of traction,
we're safe right now.
Right now, but it would be funny if Strokecast or STROKEHUB was on it.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, at Nova Online, just so you know, like visually, it's the very fat guy with the greasy long hair and square glasses that speaks with a lisp.
A very bad one, yeah.
It's like a fucking a big pedophile homunculus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do think he might be, part of the LGBT or something. My guess is performatively, but yeah,
definitely performative.
My go-to thing is, if I don't care what you do, what you are, as long as it's weird and/or you're actively going after vulnerable people, in his case, kids, you're free reign. I'm not calling you.
Yeah, no,
you are a greasy, fat, lardy man, like me. But you're chome. You're a chome. And you're a shower daily. Because showering's good.
Showering is good.
Yeah.
I took a shower before this.
Nice.
Because it's good.
Yeah. I shower every day before bed because I don't like morning showers. I like evening showers because I like to go to bed clean. Plus, there's nothing like, being a little damp, a little, you know, clean, damp, and then hopping right into the bed.
There's comfiness to it, yeah.
There's a comfort to it that I like. No.
Yeah, I prefer the night showers. I just, you know, the weekends, things get a little crazy, and I just kind of like, I'm like, oh shit, I'm a little greasy right now as a result.
Oh, yeah, no, of course, if it's like I know during the summer when it gets really hot because we don't have AC. AC is not standard in households here as it is in you guys.
That's so unfortunate.
On the hotter days, where it's like 30 degrees Celsius, maybe all the way, like there was one day it was up to fucking 40. 2 years ago. I'd take like 2 to 3 cold showers a day. And honestly,
yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah, I wouldn't even dry out after them. Just like ice cold shower straight back into my clothes.
Florida, that's a necessity.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, over here in Florida, it's I live in the northern part of Florida. I'm like right in the. It's like this shape. I'm in that part, Pensacola, and so we do get kind of seasons. It gets kind of cold for part of the year, but in the summer.
I'm just saying, you guys would not be as cool with summer if you didn't have AC in almost every house. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, no.
Definitely. All the Americans I've talked to are like, oh, what's the matter? What's the matter, Euroid? Can't handle a little bit of heat? You can handle a little bit of heat because you got fucking AC in your home.
My AC's on right now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I get that totally. It's an unfortunate existence.
Yeah.
You know, if we move to any European country, we're gonna have to get used to not having AC.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Buy a house and then install AC yourself.
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
I'd recommend like Northern Scandinavia if you want a country that's relatively cool.
That normalizes AC.
Not even normalized AC. Like the natural climate is cool, like colder.
Oh yeah.
But the winters are gonna be a bit more hardcore, like
brutal.
Yeah, like Finland, for example, where in the winter it might be like, oh, it's the time says it's fucking 2 p.m. and it's still pitch black out.
Yeah, that's the fucking Northern Lights part of the world.
Yeah.
That's like Alaska, basically.
I do want to go to Finland, just to either like early summer, late summer, or just during like just before it starts getting a little cold, because I feel like I'd like that climate. Then get to experience a sauna. There's nothing quite like being in a fucking sauna, then going straight from boiling yourself alive in a small 4x4 room to jumping into an ice cold lake.
That's probably why they're so big on that over there.
Yeah.
Like that just kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go eat? All right, y'all.
Yeah.
We're
gonna
Enjoy your food, Shane. We're gonna close
down.
up the episode. I feel like we've been yapping on for long enough.
See you, hung white thugs later.
Thank you.
See you, Shane.
Next week.
See you next week.
That's awesome.
Out of that.
All right.
Out of here. Let's close up the episode.
Right on. Well,
thank you so much.
another good one.
Yep. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in once again. We got a bit of the classic trio, but also a bit of a one-on-one, more intimate conversations. You know.
Yeah, it's the Kilo and Prudian episode.
Yeah, which will always default back to lolcows.
Always. It's low hanging fruit. It's easy to get into.
It's low hanging fruit, and you know, it makes you realize that whatever you're going through might not, you might have it bad, but it could be a lot worse. It could be Nova.
So much worse.
You could be Idubs and Anissa.
Could be Christian. Could be Boogie.
Oh god.
I wouldn't want to be any of those people.
Oh yeah, no. Fuck no. Dark Side Phil. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. We'll be seeing you around. And that's StrokeHub out.